poppin', Trey TV gang? It's your boy Trey TV.
And it's your boy Lamar Wilson.
And we back at you with another reaction. With this one, we will be doing Nicki Minaj and Lil Wayne drops Drake from Young Money. I didn't even know he was dropped from Young Money, so I definitely can't wait to see what type of information in this video.
Yeah, I'm waiting to see what's going on with this video.
So without further ado, let's get straight into this video. Chi, get the yayo.
Get the yayo.
I see.
Get some water.
It was just about I seen potential, and when you see, you can see potential in people, but then that's when I saw way more than just potential.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When Drake music was brought to me from the homie Jazz, my bro, it was about rap. You know, and I was like, this dude sound different.
You know what?
That takes a lot as an artist to see potential in another artist, because a lot of people pick up artists every day that they do nothing with, so they think they see potential, but the potential's not there like they thought they seen. Seemed like everybody Lil Wayne was picking at this time, it was more than potential. They was all stars.
It was kinetic.
It was hard to pick stars, but he definitely have a talent in the air for picking stars.
Yeah, and seeing what people have inside of them. I remember seeing an interview where he was like, it's not just the talent, it's the drive of the person.
That means a lot, because a lot of people got the talent, but they don't want to put the work in. They always say if talent would beat hard work, hard work would beat talent if talent don't work hard, and that's a true fact.
Facts.
Gotten so much closer to Wayne lately. Wayne is his own person. He's a businessman, and whatever decision Wayne makes, I would never in my life speak against it publicly.
Oh, I forgot Lil Wayne was doing the Not Like Us. He performed that, and that says a lot, because we seen these three tight, like three best friends, and to see him performing a diss song, a #1 diss song, it says a lot about where Lil Wayne stands at right now in his feelings with Drake. And we already brought up the fact that it was at the white party and they didn't even speak to each other.
Yeah, and the fact that he was doing it over the motto.
Yeah.
Which is just Drake tune. It was crazy.
Even more disrespectful.
So it's starting to look like everyone who used to be close with Drake is now turning their backs on him. Even his old Young Money fam, Lil Wayne and Nicki Minaj.
Crazy.
Remember when Wayne, Nicki, and Drake were the ultimate Young Money dream team? Their bond wasn't just about making hits.
That was the original Big Three.
Yeah, it was out there getting it.
Facts.
Wayne and Drake were like brothers, and Drake's connection with Nicki was so close that people were convinced that they were more than just friends. Even when things got rocky, Wayne and Nicki...
Yo, I forgot all about that. When they first came out together, everybody wanted to see Nicki Minaj and Drake together in a relationship. They was trying to put in a relationship. We really didn't have the stints on Safari and knew she already had a guy in her life. But we at that time, people wanted to see her and Drake together, especially when that Moment for Life video came out with them two.
Yeah, the energy was different.
Yeah, it was.
Never threw Drake under the bus. They had his back even when the whole industry seemed to be against him. But here's the tea. Drake didn't exactly return the favor. He pulled some shady moves, like hooking up with Wayne's girl while Wayne was locked up, linking up with Meek Mill after Nicki accused him of putting his hands on her, and cozying up to Nicki's rap rivals. And just
they just going down a whole list of stuff that they think that he did crazy. I forgot about him and Meek Mill got cool after the whole, because at that point we didn't know about the whole. I'm pretty sure the Barbs knew, but the general fan of hip hop didn't know that happened between them. Even if we heard it at that point, we probably wouldn't even believe it. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's what it was.
It came out recently. I was shocked that all that was going on, because I never caught wind of it. Meek Mill, I was more listening to Meek Mill at that time, and Meek Mill never spoke on it.
They didn't speak on that at all.
So that's where I was getting my information from at the time. But it's the whole thing, him sleeping with Lil Wayne girl. We know that was crazy.
It was grimy.
Lil Wayne had 8 months. That's just when he just started bringing Drake around. He was helping Drake get to stardom, and at the end of the day, when my back is turned, my time in need,
dipping and diving,
all in my refrigerator,
all in my sugar.
Just when you thought the drama
Jay
couldn't get
Prince.
any juicier, Drake randomly drops 100 gigabytes of content. And guess what? He revealed a collab with Nicki's nemesis, Latto. And keep in mind that Nicki didn't just join this Drake hate train amid his beef with Kendrick Lamar. Everyone else was quick to jump on the bandwagon.
Yeah, that was crazy that he made the song with Lotto. We know how Nicki Minaj feel about Lotto. She made that clear by now. So if I know how she feel about Lotto, Drake's know how
Drake
she feel about
definitely
Lotto.
know how she feel
but he
about
obviously
Lotto.
didn't care because we know, I don't know if he still is, but it probably around that time, this when he was dating her sister. So it's only right. I'm around that I do a song with you.
Do a song with you because
Let you
I'm
know.
here.
I'm here. You know what I'm saying? I'm dating your sister, so it's only right that I look out for you with this video. The song I'm in.
But Nicki didn't want to rub salt on Drake's
Nicki was
wounds,
pretty
and
right
this is how he repays her. Now, fans are connecting the dots, and they're saying that if
Rihanna.
Drake is beefing with the entire industry and even losing his oldest friends, maybe he is the problem in every relationship
Maybe
he's
he's the
had. But
problem.
what did Wayne and Nicki really say when they decided to distance themselves?
You know, there's just a saying that says lonely at the top, and Drake had a song to say, I'm at the top, and it ain't lonely.
Yeah.
It started to look a little bit lonely up there.
Yeah, that didn't age well.
Yeah.
From Drake. How did Drake betray his Young Money family? Let's spill the tea
Smack.
and find out.
You know, my loyalty obviously lies with the people who gave me the platform, my first shot. So that's really where that line comes from, despite.
The line was BS because you already knocked Wayne Girl off before this interview right here, so
Yeah.
definitely wasn't no loyalty. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that word is used very much too much.
It sounds good.
Yeah, it sounds
You know,
good.
how things may have ended up. I'm always so grateful for those three people.
So let's first dive into the Lil Wayne drama because
Yeah.
word on the street is that Wayne might be switching sides and throwing in his support behind Kendrick in his beef with Drake. Now, Drake and Lil Wayne go way.
And I just thought about it. Remember he had the Weekend chain on the XO with the Cartier video. He was watching that. He was playing the
Yeah.
guitar. He had this. So he's slowly been showing that he's changing up a little
Yeah,
bit.
his alliance is changing a little bit.
My loyalty to you got me nowhere, so why should I keep being loyal? It's what anyone had to ask themselves.
Facts.
Back. And during the early 2010s, Drake, Wayne, and Nicki Minaj were like the hip-hop holy trinity,
Facts.
dropping bangers left and right under the Cash Money, Young Money label. Back then,
Money,
Drake
Young
and Weezy
Money.
were as thick as thieves, with Drake constantly hyping Wayne up as the GOAT.
Who has been your favorite artist to work with and why?
And that's crazy when we seen them around. They was going around each other. I'm pretty sure Wayne had his girl with him the whole time, and he was plotting on his girl the
But
whole
on this
time.
girl the whole
He was
time.
taking her with her. It's wild out here.
Oh, I have to say, I can't say one person. I
That's a
gotta
tough
say,
one.
yeah, I gotta say there's three people that I have to say. Wayne is my favorite person to work with though, because it's just, ooh, little Wayne, he's just
Pause.
too
Pause.
Pause.
Too-
Pause.
I was thinking the same.
Right.
Ooh, that was like how Diddy be talking. Like,
Ooh, pause.
yeah, pause on that one.
favorite person to work with though, because it's just, ooh, little Wayne, he's just too good.
You gotta give him
He's
love.
too good.
But things took a drastic turn in March 2010 when Wayne got hit with a 1-year prison sentence after pleading guilty to possession. So Weezy ended up doing 8 months of his year-long stint at Rikers. And here's where it gets juicy.
Only
Rumor
8
has it that
months.
while Wayne was behind bars, Drake allegedly hooked up with his then-girlfriend, Tammy Torres. Fast forward to 2015, and TMZ reported that Wayne was so furious about Drake getting with his girl that he was ready to throw hands. Apparently, Wayne spilled all
Nah, we ain't throwing no hands over these Tatianis. You know what I'm saying? Just know that she's a thotty. It's not your fault. You know what I'm saying? That she got knocked off, but it's the game. And she didn't feel the way about you that you thought that she felt about you. Or she went and did that. Because you got some that will do some stuff like that, but it's someone on the roster that won't do stuff like that. At least you know where she's at on the roster.
Yeah, but at the same time, you gotta reevaluate your roster with your men's.
Oh, yo, you definitely
do.
You definitely, if you want to, I'm pretty sure that was the last female Wayne ever brought around Drake.
Oh,
Because you
facts.
show me how you moving. And this is the main one. This wasn't a Tatiana. This was my
Yeah, this
main
is the
squeeze.
main joint. You I had plenty around me.
Yeah, you picked the main one.
Yeah, it's crazy.
all this tea in a book proposal he sent to publishers. According to TMZ, Wayne said that while he was locked up, Drake came to visit him and straight up confessed that he had already slept with Tammy, basically telling Wayne to back off. Wayne wrote in his book proposal,
I'm in jail, and you come to jail to tell me that you knocked off my girl? Like, you could have
Yeah, that's
said
what
that
it
in a
said.
letter or something. Like, you gonna cut in my face, I'm in here, I can't get out. You feel what I'm saying? I'm looking
Yeah,
at you like I'm stuck.
I gotta play it cool while you telling me some craziness.
For all I know, she's in the car with you right now.
Right
You
now.
know what I'm saying? When you go back, you're going to handle your business, and I'm in here stuck looking at guards.
It's wild.
It's
yo.
crazy.
that he had already slept with Tammy, basically telling Wayne to back off. Wayne wrote in his book proposal, "This is the type of ish that a man never wants to find out when he's locked up. Or maybe so, because only God knows what I would have done if I wasn't locked up right now." Finding out that she messed with Drake was the absolute worst thing I could have ever found out. Now, when Wayne later opened...
It's like, yo, as a grown man, at this point, Lil Wayne looked at Drake as his little brother. If somebody gonna snipe your girl, you never want it to be your little brother.
Yeah, period.
Because at this point, I know he didn't look at Wayne. I mean, he didn't look at Drake at the same level that he was on. Because when this when Drake was at the top tier rapper in hip hop when he got locked up. He was the #1 guy. Drake wasn't probably even in the top 5 yet.
Facts.
And for him to hit my girl, it really hurt me because I know where I stand at in the game. And this ain't supposed to be happening to the #1 rapper.
Not at all.
Probably the number 100 rapper, but not the number
Not
one
the
guy.
#1 guy.
Facts.
Up about the whole situation in an interview with Hip Hop Hollywood, he switched things up and claimed he wasn't holding any grudges against Drake.
In the book, there's a part in the book where you say that he came in and told you that he had smashed one of your girls.
Oh, when he
Yes.
wrap up? Oh, I wasn't worried about that.
Capping.
I was just,
Like that hat on his head.
But fast forward to now, and Kendrick Lamar decided...
And it was like after that, people put me on to it. He had 2 songs about Tammy. So as an artist, you express how you feel. But if you didn't feel any type of way, we got 2 whole songs.
Yeah,
One
you
was him
wouldn't
and
say
T-Pain.
nothing at all.
It was definitely touch you in the studio. You came home and you were still thinking about that.
Yeah, you still had bars.
Because you knew now I'm home, I can't even call. This supposed to be the first one I see when I get back home. And I can't even call him. I got to start all the way back over from scratch.
to stir the pot by throwing some shade at Drake and reminding Weezy how Drake did him dirty. In his diss track, Not Like Us, Kendrick called out Drake for sleeping with Wayne's girl and even brought up how Drake got a tattoo of Wayne's face in 2017. Now fans are buzzing that Lil Wayne might have finally caught on to Drake's true colors. Wayne was just recently rocking an XO chain that The Weeknd reportedly gifted him, right after Abel threw shade at Drake by teaming up with Future and Metro Boomin. To add even more fuel to the fire, Abel posted a pic of Wayne wearing the chain on his Instagram story.
The Weeknd shots fired. This whole situation is crazy, and it looks like Wayne is getting tired of being loyal to people who's not loyal to him. Because we know the whole situation with him and Birdman apparently had somebody, allegedly had somebody shoot at his tour bus. You remember that whole situation? Yeah. And Wayne was always down for Birdman, and at the end of the day, you got somebody shooting at my tour bus. Then Drake, I've been loyal to you. I put you in the game. I didn't stand in your way. I let you blossom. Like most artists wouldn't let you blossom. And my loyalty just I get paid. I'm tired of being loyal to people.
I keep being loyal to people that's treating me like a buster.
That's not being loyal to me at all.
Seemingly hinting that Wayne has joined the industry-wide anti-Drake campaign. But that's not all. Believe it or not, Lil Wayne's DJ actually played Not Like Us at Wayne's recent show in Tacoma. Now, Drake's fans are trying to spin it like Weezy was mocking Kendrick, but that doesn't add up. I mean, why would Wayne remind everyone at his concert about how Kendrick completely obliterated Drake in their rap beef? I mean, Kendrick reminding Weezy that Drake slept with his girl and then tattooed Wayne's face as some twisted apology has got to stink.
And speaking of tattoos, you know he got the LeBron James tattoo. I didn't know he had LeBron James tattoo on him, but he got LeBron James tattoo. You know LeBron James was at the Pop It concert, the Kendrick Lamar. So everybody he getting tattoos of is something like it's turning on him. He might have to take some
tattoos off.
Some next level snake behavior, and it seems like Wayne finally realized that sticking by Drake, who clearly doesn't understand loyalty, isn't a good look. But let's switch gears to Nicki, because say what you want about her, you can't deny that she's always been loyal to Drake and never turned her back on him. Even when the entire industry was dragging Drake during his beef with Pusha T, Nicki was the only one who stepped up and publicly defended him. After Pusha released his track Infrared in May 2018, once again bringing up claims that Drake uses ghostwriters, Nicki jumped to Drake's defense, claiming that with his success and accomplishments, he has nothing to prove anymore. On Infrared, Pusha raps, "It was written like Nas, but it came from Quentin," referencing Quentin Miller, who co-wrote songs from Drake's 2015 mixtape, If You're
It was written like Nas, because you know Nas had the album, It Was Written, but it came from Quentin. That was a bar.
Came from Quentin, referencing Quentin Miller, who co-wrote songs from Drake's 2015 mixtape, If You're Reading This, It's Too Late. And that's when Nicki clapped back on Twitter saying, "Ninjas gon' run that Quentin-ish in the effing ground like Drake don't write for himself and others. Your enemies will remix, reinvent, and try to make you relive some old-ish for years to come when they have nothing on you. Knock it off. Challenging the chosen ones only awakens the sleeping giant."
She definitely had his back, and she was right. He was right for other people. We know he wrote songs with Lil Wayne. He know he wrote songs for Kanye West, who was all considered the top artist at that time.
Yeah.
But at this point in time, where we stand at August 24th, 2024, it seemed like damn near every artist done had a ghostwriter at one point.
Yeah, at some point in time.
That's what it seems
That's what
like.
it's looking like.
Yeah.
But instead of appreciating Nicki's friendship, Drake got all in his feelings when she curbed his romantic advances. It's basically the same story as what went down with Rihanna. When Rihanna was still giving him hope, Drake was out here gushing over her and had her back after the whole Chris Brown situation. But as soon as she moved on with another man, Drake made up with Chris and even collabed with him on 2 tracks. He then started shading Rihanna and her new dude, claiming that she was just average and that he wasn't really into her like that anyway. And this
That's crazy. He was taking a lot of shots at Rihanna. He took shots at A$AP Rocky. A$AP Rocky just had an interview when he was talking about Drake. He's like, y'all ain't worried about Drake. I got real beef out here in these streets with him. He's talking about that little kid-ish. We not worried about it. We not on it. But she do have a point here that he made up with Chris Brown after Rihanna moved on with him because they was beefing over Rihanna. So look, she moved on, she got a family. What are we beefing over at this point?
Why are we beefing
I don't have her,
anyway?
you don't have her.
Yeah.
We might as well be friends. We might as well get into some music because a lot of people definitely want to hear some music from Chris Brown and Drake to hear like what that sound out.
Crazy collab.
The 2 tops in the industries, hip hop, R&B, put that together. We always got good music.
Yeah, it always comes out great.
Facts. And that was a great video. I mean, we was in there like it's hard like
It's wild how Drake pulled the same move with Nicki. The minute Nicki made it clear that she wasn't feeling him like that and moved on with her life, he started linking up with her ops and throwing shade. He even collaborated with Meek Mill after Nicki hinted that Meek mistreated her during their relationship. Back in 2020, Nicki and Meek were deep in a messy social media feud, and at one point,
that was crazy because at this point, I remember this when Nicki Minaj had got with her new boyfriend. And Meek kept talking about his clothes. You remember the mannequin that the guy had on? It was like he got his thing out of mannequin, and she was like, "Yo, you talking about my nigga? Look how you dressing. Like nobody from Philly is rocking that.
Nobody.
So you talking about my nigga dress game? And look at the pictures you're posting.
It's crazy.
Fix your stuff first, then talk about my nigga."
point, Nicki threw shade on her IG story, hinting that Meek hits women but is scared of men. And then Meek's former associate Dean confirmed this, claiming that he witnessed Meek spitting on Nicki during an argument. Dean also recalled another incident where
there's a difference between spitting on somebody and hitting somebody. That is 2 completely different things. So all he said was spitting. That's not confirming hitting.
Yeah, but man, it's still to me
disrespectful.
It's worse.
It's disrespectful, but it's a difference. I mean, that's not assault, or is that assault?
Yeah, it is.
Spit is assault.
Yeah.
Oh, you just told me something. I ain't know.
Where Meek allegedly locked Nicki out of their residence and left her in the woods.
They arguing real bad. They get to calling each other all kinds of crazy names. This corny dude starts spitting on. I say, yo, you crazy and shit. I told him right then and there, you lost your mind. What's up with me and Meek, man?
I can see why he said that. This is at the point when everybody wanted Nicki Minaj. Every guy walking God's green earth wanted Nicki Minaj. She's messing with you and you're resorting to spitting on her. Have you lost your mind? Do you not know what you got in your hands right now?
Just telling him like, yo, you wildin'.
She has more money than you. The next chick you gonna get with, you gonna be paying mostly everything for her. But you got somebody that can handle their own. And she look good. Yeah. And she's thorough. You're just trying to get that up.
And she in the same industry you in.
Yeah, facts.
Man, they put her out in the woods. We was all way out Jersey somewhere in the woods. They put her out the house. It's dark and shit. I had to go out there and get her. She cried right here. Am I lying, Nicki? Ask Meek's sister. She was there, and her baby father. He was there too. Am I lying, y'all? His mom was there. His mom, go, he lying.
So the fact that Drake had nothing to say about this after he spent years gushing over Nicki and even claiming that she was the love of his life is so gross. It really shows you how Drake sees literally.
Drake is a direct definition of when a female puts you in the friend zone.
Yeah.
You're never getting out of that friend zone.
You're not getting out of it.
You be thinking in your head, one day I'm gonna get it. One day, yeah. She like, nah, you my friend. She probably, and from that picture right there, it looked like she would have been calling him my little brother. You my little brother.
My little brother.
Once they put you in that friend little brother zone,
it's over.
It's over.
claiming that she was the love of his
Kiss the
life
babies
is so
goodnight.
gross. It really shows you how Drake sees literally all his friendships and relationships as transactional. And guess what? Nicki still wouldn't badmouth Drake publicly.
You're like, man, you ain't giving up that Yao Ming.
Yeah,
I don't know you.
I mean, what we friends? You know what? I don't like it.
You might not be giving it up, but she might be giving it up.
Yeah, facts.
But Drake just couldn't stop being shady, and rumors about a feud between them started flying after he took Nicki's feature off of his album For All the Dogs. Fast forward to July 2023, and during his Detroit show, Drake hyped up the fact that Nicki would be on the album, saying it would be their first collab in forever. Meanwhile, Nicki had been hyping up Drake's album on her socials for months.
Cooking this album for you. I'm gonna give away one thing off the album in Detroit tonight because I got a lot of love for Detroit. So I'm gonna have to tell you, like, me and Nicki Minaj did our first song in like a really long time on the side.
He had the crowd hype in Detroit. Yeah, and then he took a verse off it.
Sure did.
Okay, let me just assess the titties tonight and then we'll get to the most.
Fans were on edge, patiently waiting for that promised Nicki feature. But when the album finally dropped, her feature was MIA. So what's the scoop? Well, apparently, Drake never really got over that rejection. And it's like he turned into a bitter incel, dissing every woman who turned him down. And it looks like Nicki has finally had it with Drake. And after he dropped his new collab with Lotto, Nicki decided to publicly drag him, even calling him Ugly Boy. In a
Nicki Minaj like, how much can I take?
Yeah.
How much should I take before I start questioning who I am when I look in the mirror?
Yeah, because you can't just. It's levels to this.
Yeah.
And like being that close and knowing what's going on.
Yeah.
I need some space.
A lot of space.
chat with fans on Station Head, Nicki didn't hold back and spilled some serious tea, calling out two ugly boys who managed to find a willing participant in a desperate ugly girl.
They know they forever gonna have a willing participant. Because our girls are so desperate for this thing, you know. They so desperate. If a mother tell them to go and catch a wild tuna, skin it and eat it, they would do it. You understand what I'm saying? They would teach themselves that very day how to hunt, fish, swim.
She's great at them.
Give them a thing. You see, because they want it so bad they can taste it. And when you taste it, you want it again. But honey child, they ain't finna taste no more.
Now, calling Lotto ugly might be a bit of a stretch, but fans are still rallying behind Nicki, saying she's totally justified in being mad at Drake. After all, she's had his back through all his beefs, while he's only ever been about himself. Fans are now saying that it was high time that Wayne and Nicki saw the light and dropped Drake because he clearly never appreciated their loyalty. One fan said, Drake gonna end up alone. He didn't understand the value of good people when they were around him and chose to be self-centered and cut off all those good people. Now he is begging for those people to help him out, but no one is showing up for him. This is the result of wanting the whole world to revolve around him, and that mindset never works out right. And another fan added, Lil Wayne didn't start kicking Drake simply because Nicki was still in his corner, and that's his sister. The moment Nicki comes out of his corner, he is dog food from there on. But how do you feel about Lil Wayne and Nicki apparently ditching Drake after all they've been through together? Do you think they're in the right for cutting ties since Drake allegedly betrayed them first? Drop your thoughts below and stay tuned for this next video.
Let's get it.
I think this was an interesting watch.
Yeah, me too.
Definitely touched on a lot of different things that's been going on.
Yeah.
Definitely touched on the history.
Yeah.
And when you hear it out loud, it's just like, how much does anybody have to take?
Mad disrespectful.
Like, at what point is enough enough?
Yeah.
And I feel like this video did a good job of pointing out that those breaking points are very, very close.
Yeah.
What you think?
I think it's a crazy situation. I think anybody would have probably went their separate ways from somebody that was doing the stuff that he did. For a relationship, we know you got to nurture it. You got to hit it with some water. You got to hit it with some sunlight. He didn't do none of that. All the flowers now look like they turned into weeds, and that's just a whole situation. You got to be careful how you move out here because you act like you just to brush people off, but later in life you need them. That's why it's all about building bridges and not burning them. And it looks like Drake just been going around burning burning down bridge after bridge. Like, I need nobody. I can do this all by myself. I am Thanos. And that look like he's moving the way that he's carrying it. Why he's getting so many people agitated and upset with him just because of the way that he's moving. And a lot of people don't think he has to move the way that he moves. You didn't have to hit Lil Wayne girl off. This is certain stuff you didn't have to do. All these women out here, and when they get to a certain level of pretty, they all pretty much the same. You could have got any girl that looked like her at that point, but you just wanted that because it belonged to Wayne, and to you it was almost like a trophy. So just show you how he's been moving and why people have been upset with him for a while now. Can't wait to see what else is going to happen from the situation. But until then, it's your boy Trey TV, and I'm out.